EP4 of Season 2 is called The Red Mist and picks up right where Episode 3 left off, with Spear and Fang having found Mira and escorting her and a group of slaves toward freedom. And remember how I was saying that I found it weird that there was no guards or villagers, like they were just walking out of there? Well, guess who comes out of the mist? Fresh back from a hunting sortie, 20, and yes, I counted, 20 hunters or warriors or soldier caste, I'm not sure how they're best described, appear to stop their escape. Wait, I forgot to say hello, how rude of me, otherwise it'll set off my antennas. Hi, and welcome back to the Inside of My Head, where I've been starting to compare Season 2 of Primal with Season 1. Like, I feel like we've seen enough eps to start drawing a few comparisons at least. And the one that hits me the hardest right now is the change in storytelling method. Like, Season 2 is much more linear and sequential, with episodes often following directly from what came before, rather than each episode being a completely different narrative like in Season 1. And to be quite honest, I kind of miss the separate story style from Season 1. Like, I appreciate that might have got repetitive, and I do really like where Season 2 is going, but I also really like the fact that every episode in Season 1 was just like a slice of life of this primitive world. Anyway, I won't make a huge deal out of it because all I'm trying to highlight is the difference between the two seasons rather than trying to decide which one is better than the other, because I think it's still too early to say. Anyway, the ep starts with Spear and Fang and the slaves being headed off by 20 hulking Great Norsemen riding grizzly bears. Incidentally, someone in the comments said they were Celts, but I'm pretty sure they're more based on Nordic cultures, but regardless, the depictions in Primal are really loosely based on elements of history, and the fact that it is pure fantasy is something that I personally really like about it. What ensues when Spear and Fang clash with 20 Viking types, you ask? Bloodbath, I answer. Bloodbath. Absolute bloodbath. And yes, just as I was thinking that this season has tamed down on the brutality, well, we get this stuff. And it starts off with Spear just fighting the grizzly riding guys, but soon the whole village gets involved, and before you know it, Spear is cleaving his way through anyone who's holding a sword. Of course, these guys are wearing the Scorpion Sigil and are trying to stand in Spear's way to stop him escaping. But it is a bit like, Jesus, this is mass murder we're witnessing here. A key character is this woman, this fearsome battle axe of a broad, who tells her kid to go get his bow and arrow so he can come get some too. And she gets ripped to pieces by our favorite T-Rex, and the kid accidentally gets bashed by Spear, sending him flying and hitting his head on a rock. You of course see that Spear is devastated by what he's done, and it causes him to get Fang and pull back from the heat of the battle. Then something interesting happens. A red mist rolls in and Spear and Fang try to escape, but their escape route is barred off by a cliff or some kind of precipice, and the inhabitants of the village hit him with so many arrows that Spear kind of loses his shit and goes nuts. And from then on, it's full beast mode for Spear and Fang, as they're portrayed as these kind of silhouettes with red eyes taking out the whole settlement, one villager at a time. And here I actually started to feel a little sorry for the villagers. They were so overpowered, and who's to say that they aren't slaves of a different kind as well, being forced to do the things that they do. But you know, get in this guy's way at your peril, I guess. Then, out of the red mist, a long boat appears on the sea, arriving to find the aftermath of this bloody slaughter. And of course, this guy is the husband of the beefcake woman and father of this here kid. So, dunno, maybe he's gonna want vengeance, you think?
Of course he's gonna want vengeance.
Along with his surviving son, they bury the villagers before saying goodbye to their loved ones. And this is quite a touching moment when this big scary dude right here can't actually bring himself to fire the flaming arrow and say goodbye to his loved ones. And the son has to do it for him. I ended up really feeling for the guy at this point. And once that's all done, these two get their scariest armor on and are swallowed by mist as they embark on their quest for vengeance against our heroes. And oh god, it's getting complicated again, isn't it? Now, I hate it when plots take these kind of turns, because Spear didn't mean to kill the kid. The kid jumped on his back and was trying to claw his eyes out, and Spear just threw him off. But now it's done and the kid is dead, there is no taking it back. And this guy isn't just going to take a fucking apology, is he? Look at the guy. And you can understand his thinking, can't you? Because also, someone that can kill a whole village full of people like this, full of armed warriors, could be deemed to be too dangerous to let live. And that would be my overarching thought with this ep. Like, I feel like the producers made a deliberate effort to show our heroes as, well, not villains exactly, but they definitely made an effort to show the effects of their rampage. And now, this might just be me, but whereas in the previous eps, it was the characters' loyalty to each other that was played with, now I feel like it's our loyalty to the characters that's being messed with. Like, I understand why everyone did what they did here, but there were moments where I thought, damn, Spear, you just hacked a woman's head off. Was there really no other option? But I guess that's what this whole episode is about. Like, what happens when that red mist descends and you just lose all control? Or maybe I'm just overthinking the whole thing and I should just shut the fuck up and look forward to this showdown, because this is going to be epic. Although you do wonder how this one guy and his son could possibly be any kind of match for somebody who's just wiped out, I don't know, what, 50 villagers, 60 villagers, who knows? Please get in the comments and let me know how you interpreted this ep, and also if anyone knows how many eps are going to be in this season. Like, I'm curious to know if we've hit the halfway stage in this ep or not. As usual, please hit like on the video, as it really helps to get it suggested to more viewers, and subscribe if you aren't already for the whole of the rest of the second season, plus loads of other cool random stuff. And until the next one, let me invite you to get out of my head, and I will see you very soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and cheerio, bye!